And right here on the left are your extensions, and these are the top 10 add-ons. So we're going to start with the first one here, save to Google Drive. Okay, so now here we are on a web page, and the first extension we're going to take a look at is a save to drive. So here's a web page, and if I just want to save a copy of what this web page looks like, I'm just going to click this little icon right here. This is my save to drive icon. I just clicked it. It says it's uploading the image, and now it's been, there you go, it was saved to my drive. I'm going to go to close. And just to show you what it looks like, I'm going to go to my drive here, and I'll refresh the page. And we should see it pop up right in the front, and you'll see what this save to drive actually does. So you'll see what it actually looks like. And it's great. It's just a nice photo of the entire page. And you could see it right there. It was an algebra worksheets page. I'm gonna click on it just so you guys can see. And you can see right now it's working on bringing it up. And this is this is your save to drive. And you always have the option here. This is Cami. All right, this allows you to annotate, and you could zoom in here. So it's like a quick screenshot kind of, but it takes a screenshot of the whole page. That's why I like that one. All right, next up is a custom cursor. And if you take a look, I think, do I have it up here? Okay, I'm going to my extensions. Okay, my extension is always at the top, and custom cursor is right here on the top. So I'm going to click this, and look, you have an option. You have a number of different cursors you can use to change the way it looks. So if I pick this one, and I go to, like, let's say, here we are on a Google Doc. Take a look. It's a cool little blue cursor, and then when you go over something you can click, it changes to a blue hand. Okay, check it out. And that's just one cursor. I mean, they've got some, if you want, they've got some other stuff here. Some other fun ones. This is like a Ninja Turtle one. Take a look here. So this is, again, right, this is the Ninja Turtle one, so it has a sword. And if I go over something, it turns to, look, it turns to the blue guy, Leonardo. It turns to Leonardo, right? It turns to Leonardo. It goes back and forth. So this is custom cursor. And it's just a fun little extension. Something everybody asks me, it's when they download it, they go, how do I turn it off? Well, you got to go right up here and click that, and that's how you turn it off. It's always tough to get it to turn off. All right, next one is Bitmoji. All right, so this right here is like a little Bitmoji. And if you want to have your own little Bitmoji, you have to do this through your phone, sign up on your phone. But once you sign up on your phone, you can easily add it through the computer. So Bitmoji, I should have it here. Down here, click on this, and it creates like a little cartoon of yourself. So let's say I pick a cartoon like a welcome. I want to say welcome. Look at that. And then the first one comes up here. Here's a little welcome picture. So it says right click and then copy image. So I'm going to right click and I'm going to copy image, and then of course you want to paste it. And check that out for teachers. You have a nice little welcome for your classroom. And it's I love the Bitmoji. So that's the third extension I would recommend. Next is one-click URL. So let's go to this CUDA software worksheets, and let's say we pick this one here. And okay, here is the link up top, right? And let's say you want to shorten that link. Well, I can go to my extensions, and what we're going to look for is one-click URL shortener. Okay, so it's going to take this big link, and here's what it shortens it to. It's a tiny URL. See, tiny URL right in the middle, and then you can copy it, and then on the next page, if you can see, it still works. I'm going to press enter it in, And you might say, what's the reason for having a tiny URL? Well, it's like if you have all the students in the classroom and for whatever reason you can't send it to all of them, or you don't want to email it to all the students at one time. Maybe you're doing a presentation and you don't have anybody's emails and you just want to put a link out there. You just paste and look, you get a nice tiny URL, and it's so easy. HTTPS, everybody knows that, tinyurl.com, and you put just a couple letters. It's like a class code. So I do like tiny URL. All right, next up. Moat. Moat is a good one. Moat is very good. So let's go to a worksheet. So Moat is, for example, Moat is, instead of leaving notes, just written out notes, you can leave a voice note instead, and students will love to hear your voice. So let's say I want to leave a voice note here. I'm going to go to comment, and Moat is already installed. I installed it. So instead of me, typing a note, they get to hear my voice, and I could say something like, "Hey guys, great job on this assignment." Done. And here, click here to hear my voice note. You can go and edit it and review. So if you want to check out what you wrote and see how it is. "Hey guys, great job on this assignment." Exit, and then you go to comment, and the students, they can just click play and hear your voice. It's really cool. All right, I like Moat a lot. So that's a good one too. Google Keep. This is great if you're already using Google Keep. So if you're, I don't know, if you're in Calendar maybe and you see something that's important to you, or something pops in your head and you want to take a quick note of it, you can go to your extensions, and right here it says Google Keep. Click on your Google Keep extension, and here's the topic is Washington documents, and you say to yourself, I have to specifically change this assignment for whatever reason, right? And then you can put a title to that note, changes to document. And look, as you're typing, everything is saved. You can add this to a label if you like. The labels are in your Google Keep. And I mean, that's it. I mean, I can go right now if you want to go and check on your Google Keep. There was also a little arrow at the bottom that you could click that would have taken you to your Google Keep as well. So if I just click here, we can check and see if that note that I just took is in there. And here we go, change this to document. That's my little note. Hey, I have to specifically change this assignment. And the good thing is there's the link to the assignment we were working on, right? So we were looking at that George Washington assignment. We took a little note, and then we know to come back to it. So that's a Google Keep. Now let's keep going here. Add to classroom. All right, so they used to have something called Share to Classroom, which was very popular, and it got deprecated, I don't know, a few weeks ago. So those of you that loved Share to Classroom, now you're going to have to use this Add to Classroom. So here's a worksheet. All right, so let's say you see this and you want to quickly share with your students, but you want to share it on Google Classroom. It's already pinned up here. It's that little plus. So I'm going to click this little plus, which means Add to Classroom. And what it does is you have to click again on the little classroom there, and it gives you an option to choose if you want to choose which classroom you want to send it to. So I'll choose a class. Let's just say we'll say biology extra help, and then you get to choose, do you want to make it an assignment, an announcement, a question. Let's just make it a material. So I'm going to make this a material. I'm going to hit go. And even when you're in here, I mean, even though we picked this one class, you can go and you could hit off more than one class if you want. So I did 4 classes. Title it. We'll say notes, and then just post it. And just like that, you've taken any type of web link or assignment with a web page, and you've just posted it to your Google Classroom real quick. We're gonna hit view, and you'll be able to see kind of exactly what it looks like. It'll take you right to your Google Classroom, the first one you posted it to. And we'll go to our classwork, because it was I believe it was a material. and you can see it right there, notes. All right, we'll open it up, and there's your link to the CUDA software worksheets. So that's a good one too. Let's keep going. We're getting through all these cool ones. All right, Equatio. This is your math people. All right, I like Equatio. I'm gonna go to a worksheet here. This is a history one, but we'll use it for some math here. Now, let's say you want to enter in some math typing and things like that. You can go to the Equatio extension up here. I'm going to click this, and the best part about Equatio is that it has this thing where you can, you can do handwriting, and then it'll turn it to like text, clear text. So if I, like, for example, do like 3, let's say x, and then I'll make this squared, and you can see it on the right. See how it changes it right there? I'll do plus 7. I mean, you can see it. It's going here. Equals 10 or something, and then it's just that easy. You write it in there, and then you just go look, insert, and then let's close it up, and look, boom, right there. And you could actually even use this also. I like to. You could use this speech input. So it's the same thing, except instead of writing, you just record it. So I'll say here, 3x squared plus 7 equals 10. And then I'll stop. Let's make a little space, and you see, same thing. I should have cleared the previous part, but yeah, it works. And you go insert, and again, you're inserting, you're inserting the whatever you just set into the speech recorder. So look, I mean, that's why I like Equatio. Okay. Close that, and notice how I close that. I just hit this little thing up top just to close it up. Let's keep going. I'm going through these cool ones. Okay, Screencastify, so great. You use this just to make videos, and it's free. You can make up to 5 minutes long for free. So the Screencastify icon is up here if I want to do a screen recording, and I could actually put myself in the corner, and you could do a screen recording and show your face. You just got to download Screencastify. I'm actually recording with Camtasia, so I'm not going to open this up here, but I mean, you can record your desktop. You could do your webcam that's going to look at you. You can just do a tab. I mean, microphone, all the stuff you choose from here. Let me go back real quick. And let me just say something too. One of the best things here with Screencastify is you can make a video and just automatically upload it right to YouTube. So you make a video, you hit record, as soon as it's done, boom, right to YouTube. I'm not going to use this, like I said, because I'm recording, but I recommend Screencastify for everyone. Alright, and the last one is Emoji Keyboard. Okay, so if you're in your Google Classroom, okay, let's look at classwork. So notice here for class resources, I have these cool little books here, and I got those cool little books from Emoji. So like if I go to math worksheets here, let's go to edit. I can add an emoji in front here by using this extension, Emoji Keyboard, and there's the little shortcut for Emoji Keyboard. They don't all work out perfect, but a lot of them are pretty good. So you search for whatever you want. Let's say I do math, okay, and you could, it's got a little number thing here. That's pretty cool. You can do a plus sign. Maybe I'll do a in front. I'll go back. What do we do? We were on math, right? So let's go back to math. I'll do a minus sign this time. It might go in the back. Yeah, alright, that's fine. So I've got here a little math symbols. I'm going to copy this, paste it to the front again, and take a look. We're going to save. And now you got cute little math symbols in front of, by the math worksheet. So that's your Emoji Keyboard. Alright, so we've done the top 10 extensions. Now let's go to the add-ons here. Alright, so the first add-on up is called Flatty Icon. And it's like, here, I'll show you. So we're going to go to add-ons, and you can find it right here where it says icons for slide and docks. So I'm just going to go to start. And you know how you look in, whenever you do an image search, sometimes you just find like real pictures and things like that, and it's better to get cool little, you know, images. Like one I just recently used was like I was doing molecules, and then I had yeah, I was doing the water one. So you can see all these different symbols you can choose from here. Like yeah, the water one was good. So it's like a little symbol for water. It's a couple lines, and you know, obviously they have it as black. You would want to change it to blue, but you could make it purple. We'll make it blue. We'll do insert, and check it out. I mean, and close this. I mean, look at that. Look how quick you get a nice little nice little icon, and you can reshape it, everything like that. So that's you know, that's right here, icons for slide and docks. Next up is extensive fonts. All right, so let me go to a Word. Let me go to a Google Docs. So if you look here at like the style, not the styles. I'm sorry. If you look at the different fonts, like take a look, right? Like they have some, but if you remember Microsoft Word, they have so many fonts, right? So many fonts, and it looks like, you know, Google Docs is kind of lacking in this. So if you want to instead, you know, get a list of all different fonts, you go to your add-on here, and here's extensive font because I've already installed it, and I'm gonna get a laundry list of different types of fonts. And you know, before you use them, actually you wanna highlight. I mean, like I can take this whole thing that I already have for George Washington, right? And I could highlight the whole thing here. Look, I'll highlight the whole thing, and then I'll pick, you know, one of these, and look at all of them. I mean, I'm still on A, right? Let's try this one, and you could see is it changing? Yep. I mean, now you see this hammer, and look, it's completely changed. Completely. Look at this. Look at all different ones. Okay, so you could keep going back and changing it. You know, there you go. Find one that you like, and you always have the option to, you know, go back to one of the normal ones, whether it be. And listen, once you try it, look, it's now added here. These are the ones I tested out. Now there they are. But I'm just gonna go back to Arial. So you know, extensive font really comes in handy. Okay, easy bib. That's for, you know, doing bibliographies. So here we are, and we're doing the George Washington thing. And let's say, you know, this is you know, you typing up and you know, you're doing an essay, and you want to do your works cited page, and we'll go here. We'll say we find a website here with George Washington. We'll just take the first one that pops up here. Let's go with George. I forgot that part. And we'll just take the first one that pops up. So that's Wikipedia. So this will be our first one. So here we are, and we want to test out Easy Bib. So I'm going to go here, and it's right at the top. It's a bibliography creator. So I'm going to go to Manage Bibliography, and it should pop up. There it is. So we want to cite a source, and when it loads, you have a difference between, you could do a book, a journal article, or a website. So let's just say we've got this website as it is. Here it is. I'm going to copy this. Copy. We'll go back to our thing right here. We'll paste. We'll do a little search. And we've got our style, MLE, you know, etc. and so forth. And we're going to hit select. It's loading our bibliography. We go to add bibliography to document. and let's go to the bottom. There it is, beautiful. And this is good because it has a lot of different styles. Some of them just don't have this many styles. Some of them just have like, they'll just have APA, but look, I mean, look at all the different styles they have. That's what makes it, that's what gives it better reviews. Okay, Pear Deck. Okay, Pear Deck is probably the best of all. So this goes in with slides. So I'm just going to pull it up from here. I'm going to go to slide. I'm sorry, add-ons, and here's Pear Deck. Now I'm not going to do a full tutorial on Pear Deck because, you know, listen, it has so many different functions and so many things. I'm just going to give you a quick review here. All right, so they have a template library where you can get templates for different slides. You know, that go right to a lesson. They call this lesson builder. So if you want to do the beginning of a lesson, I mean, take a look here. You can just pick a quick slide for you, and they give you these great templates. It'll add right into my slides over here. And look, what did you learn from your homework? It's got, I'm going to pull this up here. This is the speaker notes. Okay, pull it up a little more. And students can edit and write in on here. What's great is this is very interactive for the students. They can respond. Here's another one. Take a look at this one. And again, this is just like, you know, beginning of the lesson. Draw or type, and students can, you know, when you set this up here, you can have students can type in and they can interact here. You guys can all work on this. I'm going to go back again. So you got beginning of lesson, you got lesson check. Critical thinking, social emotional learning. I mean, math, science. So these are just the templates that they have. If you go back, you can ask student questions. You can have them draw something draggable. So that's like you can have students drag things from the outside and bring them in. I don't want to get into this and go into the premium and all that stuff, but this is probably one of your biggest one. You can add an audio to a slide. They've got great tutorials. I'm just going to leave it at that. Publish and share your lesson. I'm just going to leave it at that. But it's definitely, all teachers swear by it. So let's go back. Okay, I'm going to pull down this speaker notes too. All right. So we did Pear Deck. All right, word cloud generator. Word cloud generator. Okay, I'm going to get rid of the word cited. And word cloud generator is pretty cool. Okay, so I'm going to go to add-ons, and here's word cloud generator, and we'll go to the modern form because they have an old one and a new one, and it's creating a word cloud. Check it out. Okay, so this is what's called a word cloud here. You see how president comes up the most because George Washington's the president, and that word comes up a lot. Virginia comes up a lot. So this is the word cloud, and you can, you know, you can add it to right into the slide. You can copy this if you want. I'm gonna go down, like there it is. See, you copy it right here. I mean, you could, that's a little bit big. Maybe you want a smaller version. I click the append small. Let's take a look. It's a little smaller one. And this word cloud is generated by just finding which words are used the most. So it says right here, it says a top word count. So if I click this, it'll tell you, you know, what words your students are using the most. So here it is, right? Let's go down here. So here's the word and here's the frequency. So president came up 3 times, Washington came up 3 times, American came up twice. So like that's why you see here it says president 3. That's why you see the word president, you know, in really big letters and stuff like that. So I love this one. Alright, co-rubrics. Save us sometimes and it'll create a nice rubric for us. So this is co-rubrics. So I'm going to go to a Google Sheet. Co-rubrics is an add-on for Google Sheets. This is just a basic sheet, and let's say I want to create a rubric. I'm going to go to add-on, co-rubrics. I got to first enable co-rubrics. So now it's enabled and it's working. I'm going to go back to add-ons again with co-rubrics, and I'm going to create a template. And it's just going to give me, a nice template to work with. It saved me a lot of time. And you know, here it is. It's working. It's got to do its thing. and take a look, right? You can put here whatever the aspect to evaluate is, expert, you can put a description. I mean, if you wanted to, you can, delete a row. You don't have to. You can, go back, Control Z. You can click, they have a student section right here, and you could put their names in and start adding grades, and they already have something for the, teacher, name, email, and here's the rubric thing. So that's cool rubrics. I like that. Next up is easy accents. Okay, easy accents, and this is something. I'm gonna go back here. This is something for our world language teachers. So, it's tough for them to find like accents for different letters and things like that. If they want an accent E or something like that, right? So like, if they want to say like, I think Aya. So instead, you can go right here to add-ons, and you can go to easy accents, and then you just press start. Because listen, all of these I've already installed. I gotta select the language, and it'll probably be, I'm sorry, get to the bottom, it'll probably be Spanish. And now I do this little E, and now I got, there you go. So now I've got that little accent E, and if you can't see it here, I'm going to enlarge it just so you see. There you go. So now the E has the accent on it, and it's really quick. You could do the same thing. You do the same thing with an A. There you go. There's the A with the accent. I'm going to just enlarge it for you. So that's easy accents. Okay, slides translator. This is for working with ELL students or something like that. So here's a section, and let's say so what you want to do is you want to choose a text box, and then you're just going to go to add-ons, and down here to slides translator, and you can just go to translate text box. And so I've got my box highlighted, or you can just really click on the box, and again you got to pick a language. You do this for your ELL students. Let's go with French this time. We'll go with translate, and there you go. It's translated. Hindi. Let's go here. And now it's translated into Hindi and, all these different languages. So that slides translator. Okay. Okay, next up is Quillgo. This is for forms, all right? So it sets a timer to Google Forms. This is actually a lot of work to get going here. So I've created a Google form, and if you want to use Quillgo, the first thing you have to do is you have to go to General and you have to unclick this. You don't want anything clicked here because they're gonna need your information. So you don't want any of this clicked. I mean, you can go to quizzes and make it a quiz, that's fine. But go to General and make sure nothing's clicked off. So I'm gonna go to Save, and then I've already installed this add-on, so it's Quillgo, and I have to configure it. So you got to configure the test. Okay, so an enabler for this form, and you actually have to go to the Quillgo website. Okay, and then in the Quillgo website, you have to enter the student's email, and then you have to send them the test from there, and it'll put the timer on. So I'm gonna go to Quillgo website. And here are some of your quizzes. So if I want to send, like, let's say this one here, the history, or I could send the form here, send test. I'm going to go to create test. Going to have to enter somebody's name, enter my other email account. And you could put the time duration. Down here it says create, so it says auto close when time is over. I'm going to go to create, and now I want to send the test, so I'm sending it here. Go to next, You can write them a note. It's History 11-1. Take quiz. Next. And we're going to go with send test. And I'm going to go to my other email. Let's see if it went through. And you know, this is important because you can give somebody a you can give the student a, you can give them a quiz and they can really be there forever. So let's refresh the page. Let's see. It says something's not right. I'm going to reload this here. And you know, the thing about QuillGo too is it takes some time here. So let's open this up. So here's our little invitation to take the quiz with the QuillGo form. And remember, we set the timer for 2 minutes. So look at right here. So this is what your students will see. It'll say 2 minutes. And we're going to open this form. And boom, look at it. The time's going. Who was the first president? George Washington. It's got a student ID. You're going to hit submit. And okay, there you go. So it left 2 minutes to be finished. And now we'll go to the other end. And that's how you send the quizzes to everybody. Okay. We'll go back here. And we got the last one, Lucid Chart. Lucid Chart is really cool. So I'm going to go to Tools. Let's go to, I'm going to go to Add-ons again. And we're going to go to Lucid Chart Diagrams. And you can insert a diagram. I'm not going to go into detail on this because you need to, listen, a lot of these add-ons and stuff you have to pay for the, I only have the free trial version. So you have to pay to use all of them and things like that. Talk to your school, see what they can do. Just go down here. And like, look, if you're a chemistry teacher, I mean, they've got circuit charts that you can choose and you could build. Mind mapping charts. I mean, you could do, they got flow charts are kind of easy. You could start with a flow chart. But they got some really cool ones here. And, you have to log in. And then you can build these charts and things like that. We're running out of time here, so I'm just going to leave this out and go back. But, I mean, take a look here. All right, take a look at all the cool charts that you can do. Organization. This would be good like for a genetics class. This would be good for just comparing and contrasting anything. Just a simple Venn diagram can go a long way. Okay, so that's your top 10 extensions and your top 10 add-ons. I'm gonna wrap this up.